Hello, VOD audience. We're not greeting the live audience because I forgot to hit go live 5 minutes ago. Welcome to the recording of the stream. Also, hi, TikTok. Tonight we are talking about news. We're doing the news alerts, which we haven't done in a bit. Do we want to do Newsroom or Google Alerts first?
Let's do Newsroom because Google Alerts always mostly comes up with, have you seen this viral TikTok trend? And it's always fake.
Yeah, I think Google, we will spend the whole hour on it. And also the things we get to will be exclusively making fun of how bad the reporting is.
Yes. This is too chill.
There is no lighting set up in my room that doesn't make me look like a potato.
So. It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter.
It's my camera.
New study shows small businesses are finding their home on TikTok. Do you want to check this out?
Yeah. The main thing that I want to say is that we're simply living in an environment where if you want to run a small business, you also have to be a content creator 99% of the time. So yeah, of course they are. Mm-hmm. But sure, whatever. Let's go. Let's continue.
Small businesses are an important part of the TikTok community. Every day, people share their unique stories, promote their products and services, and take us. The phrase products and services has become inherently funny to me.
Why?
Just because it's in so many memes.
Goods and services.
Yeah, no, it just to refer to products and services sounds like you're making fun of the idea of commerce to me now.
Good. Keep going. God damn it.
Promote their products and services and take us behind the scenes as they grow their business. They've taken us inside their kitchens, workshops, and storefronts, and in return, people across TikTok are discovering new businesses down the street and around the world. Small and medium-sized businesses, SMBs, have quickly become a beloved part of the TikTok experience, and that's why we worked with Hello Alice, a leading organization dedicated to supporting small business, to understand SMBs, to understand how SMBs are navigating today's digital world. They just missed a word. Hello Alice invited 750,000 SMBs in their network, ***, to participate in a study that examined their current use and perceptions of digital marketing platforms. And the resulting report, Small Business Digital Marketing Trends, provides incredible insight into how SMBs are leveraging TikTok to find new audiences, build community, and generate real-world results. So it is worth noting here that this was not a study that an independent organization did of their own volition to study platforms in general. This is a study that TikTok reached out to an organization to do.
Yeah.
The report revealed that a digital renaissance is underway. Small business owners understand that digital platforms are no longer a nice to have. They are a critical tool for reaching customers and growing their business. Moreover, there is a shift among those already leveraging digital platforms, with SMBs increasingly turning to emerging players like TikTok to follow their customers and accelerate their growth. In fact, 67% of SMBs surveyed indicated that they are most optimistic about their growth potential on TikTok. A new launchpad for small business. We've heard from countless small businesses that TikTok has helped them launch or build their business. And some have told us that TikTok helped them survive the darkest days of the pandemic. In part, this success seems to stem from the fact that small businesses feel at home on TikTok and are enjoying the experience. According to the report, 81% of small businesses say that TikTok is fun, and 73% say that it's easy to use. Celebrating communities. We've long celebrated out communities' ability to be authentic and share their stories without polish or filters. I'm sorry, what? They are using the word filter metaphorically there, but you literally, filters are a major part of how the app works.
They're actually so central to it that sometimes I feel weird for basically never using them. Whatever. Keep going. We gotta keep going.
And we're excited to see how small businesses continue to leverage. They need a copy editor.
Wait, go back and read this again, like once through.
Do you want me to correct for the typos, or?
No, I want you to read the typos.
We've long celebrated out community's ability to be authentic and share their stories without polish or filters. And we are excited to see how small businesses continue to leverage our creative tools.
What the fuck? Thank you for that.
No problem.
I am deeply upset.
We need a copy.
Starting anything new can be daunting, and we know that launching a business on TikTok is no exception. Once businesses take the plunge, the joy of creating is contagious. Of small businesses who are currently using TikTok, 78% say they plan on increasing their investment in the platform. To all the small business owners who are on the fence, I encourage them to reach out to another small business that is on TikTok and ask them about their experience. When Hello Alice asked why business owners were looking to start or increase their investment on any digital platform, the most common reason was, I've heard from other small business owners that this platform was I've heard from other small business owners this platform was effective. That wasn't grammatically incorrect. I just personally would have put that there.
Yeah.
As it syntax-wise would make my life easier.
Empowering small businesses on TikTok. We want to empower small businesses to get started on TikTok so that they can also share their story with the TikTok community and reach their goals. That's why we've launched a number of education programs in our Small Business Resource Center and our Small Business Resource Center. In the coming weeks, we will also announce an exciting new initiative that will help small businesses leverage TikTok to grow. Sign up here to be among the first to know once it launches. Small businesses enrich our lives. They employ our neighbors, provide solutions for our problems, and make us smile by creating something beautiful. All of us at TikTok are thankful to be a part of what makes small businesses successful, and we're excited to help them connect with communities and thrive. Asterisks. Methodology behind Hello Alice's report. These surveys were conducted to better understand how SMBs use digital platforms to market their business. The first survey compared 5 platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Snapchat, under 3 broad categories: platform use, impact and value, and business objectives. Data were collected about the personal and business demographics as well. The second and third surveys focused specifically on the 3 broad categories: platform use, impact and value, and business objectives, specifically in relation to users' experiences with TikTok. The first survey was distributed to a general audience of small business owners. The second survey was distributed to SMBs using TikTok for their businesses, either for organic advertising, paid advertising, or both. And in the third survey, was specifically distributed to SMBs using TikTok's paid advertising features. Approximately 7,000 responses were collected between these 3 surveys. All data were de-identified and aggregated prior to analysis.
Cool. Okay. I think the lack of an inclusion of are you satisfied with the experience percentage speaks volumes. Because every person I know who has a small business, had it before the pandemic, started using TikTok pre-pandemic, during the pandemic, inevitably what happens is they had one video go quite viral. A flood of orders came in. They fulfilled those orders, and then they were never able to reach that peak again, that audience again. Their reach is as unpredictable as the rest of ours. And they had a come down period of this is the amount that I should be expecting. So this is the amount of stuff I'm ordering in order to make my product.
Mm-hmm.
And then found that they could not sell the amount that they had ordered for. I know a lot of people who financially just went into the hole after they went viral because
changes in the rate of growth of an organization are harmful to that organization.
Yes. We were just talking about this before. But yeah, it was they were shown this is the rate of growth. This is what you should be expecting. And it never hit that way again. I have never met someone who runs a small business and uses TikTok for their business that hasn't had this problem.
Right. And this is actually, I was sort of essentially just joking with you and Micah by mentioning the rate of growth thing, but that actually is something we should talk about because I just made a TikTok that I'm going to be posting probably next week about the derivatives of capital over time. And what the video is talking about is that like the rate of growth of a corporation being stable is really important for the normal functioning of that corporation or organization or any economically anchored project. When something is growing at a constant rate, you can plan for the amount of like additional material you will need to use, the amount of additional labor you will need over any given unit of time. When something is at a stable, like when there is no growth, when you are like just flat making the same amount of revenue at any given unit of time, then you can just like keep operating as normal. But when your rate of growth changes, you have to change the way you are running the business to accommodate that change in rate of growth. And TikTok as a business platform, as a platform on which people attempt to operate professional lives, is deeply unstable, which means that we are like everyone who makes their living on this app or who like promotes their business through this app is experiencing constant changes in their rate of growth.
And it just becomes impossible. And the other thing is that I know a couple of people that have done, I had 2 people in particular that I can think of who like went viral, things went dormant for a while, and then they went like mega viral after that and like ended up with a bunch of negative reviews because people did not understand like, hey, I actually do not have the supplies for this. And I wasn't expecting thousands of people to place orders for things all of a sudden again. It's deeply unstable.
Yeah, so I think this is like the thing that should be, I mean, we haven't looked at the like marketplace, like the small business advice articles. Maybe they're great. Maybe they contain this advice. I hope that in them they say, if you're going to start trying to promote your business on TikTok, make sure that you have mechanisms that shut down sales when you are reaching your capacity to fulfill, so that you can't like.
They don't. I'm positive they don't. Like it would be so nice if they did. I am positive that they do not. And that is like a thing. If you run a small business on TikTok, if you are selling things on TikTok in general, make sure you have a limit on how many orders can be placed before it's like quote unquote sold out. I know you're going to feel like you're cheating yourself out of potential orders, but you're not. If you can't fulfill them, people are going to get upset. And it will tank your business. It sucks. It's stupid. People are stupid, but this is how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to still be self-destructive about it in terms of how much capacity you're willing to risk, like think about how much you could possibly feasibly fulfill in a given like span of time. And then think about like how much more you could do if you recruited like every friend of yours that you could actually get to show up and help. Yeah. And set the limit there. Because then you can still get the, oh my God, my business exploded and I'm getting the huge boost from it. And I need to call in all of my favors to make this happen. But you're not getting, even if I call in all of my favors, I'm still fucked.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the reasons that like a lot of like pottery TikTok in particular, when you have specifically restock days and you create a culture of there is a limited quantity, this is the day the restock happens. And this is what I can reasonably produce, rather than just trying to fill orders as you get them and being over capacity.
Yeah, I mean, this is honestly like why drops are like one of the big reasons why drops are such a more sustainable way to do like individual sole proprietorship online commerce than just like a stable or just like a constant storefront.
Yep. Anyway, all of this is to say what isn't included in this article is really much like all of the shit from TikTok newsroom. What's not in the article is always more interesting than what's in the article. The satisfaction rate not being there is pretty telling.
Like we don't have a satisfaction rate, but we do have a fun rate and an easy to use rate. And I do feel like
fun, and it also makes me miserable at every turn.
But But
I
we don't
feel
know.
like those numbers would not be 81 and 73 if the satisfaction with the platform rate was 20.
So here's the thing. We would expect that, but we also don't know the length of time that these businesses have actually been using TikTok.
That's also true.
They are new to TikTok. Yeah, it's shiny and it's fun because you haven't been hit with a random ban yet. You haven't been hit with people coming to your business or to your page to just absolutely crap on everything for no reason. Like, you haven't hit the negative side yet, but it's coming.
Yeah. It's coming.
It's always watching.
So I was gonna say that we should pull up the paper and actually like look at it. And I just did that. And section 1, affordability is a top concern for small business owners choosing a platform. In some, SMBs said they find the most effective organic reach on Facebook, 68%, Instagram, 66%, TikTok, 51%.
Okay.
Which they made the top 3.
Yeah. Great.
I think 5.
Of 5. What is the rest of that? Twitter, YouTube?
I think that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, because people don't really sell stuff on Twitter. And YouTube is not an e-commerce.
Oh no, sorry, YouTube and Snapchat.
Okay, when is the last time you actually bought something because you saw it on Snapchat?
Never.
I never bought something because I saw it on Snapchat. I have like, never mind.
I will say I've probably, listen, I'm not above being influenced. I'm influenced constantly into buying bullshit. But like, I will say, I don't think I've ever bought something from a Facebook ad. I'm wondering what kind of businesses these are as well.
I was gonna say, the only time that I've ever bought something from a Facebook ad is when it's an advertisement for a place that I already shop with. Like,
oh yeah.
Every once in a while, like Foxblood ads will come up on my feed, and I'm like, okay, cool, the new thing launched. I can go look and see what, fat girl clothes they have. Like, that's the only time I purchase things.
Cecilia, the sample was 800,000 businesses. I feel like it would be I would give them the benefit of the doubt that there is not a dramatic accidental bias in the selection for type of business.
No, that's excellent. Like, good job. That's a great sample. Well done.
Right.
We'll have to. I feel like we need to read through this.
Yeah, there is a. Yeah, I'm gonna.
At a different.
I did the share Google Chrome page rather than share window. So
yeah,
I have it open in another tab, but it didn't just go over to that on the screen. But yeah, so they do have a section how to explain the growing popularity of TikTok, which I feel like it makes sense to write a press release about the fact that that's in the report.
I just think I understand that people need things explained to them, right? Because no one knows everything all the time. But at this point, TikTok has been around and constantly reported on and constantly talked about as the center for youth culture in the country in overblown ways, in ways that are not even true. For it's been at least 2 years of that. So every time I see something that's how do we explain why TikTok is popular? Something in my brain screams where it's I don't know who this is for anymore, because I don't know at this point anyone who is engaging in e-commerce and regularly buying ads. I don't imagine that they don't know TikTok's popular.
New people turn 40 every day.
I know. It's the same as new people turning 14 every day. I get it.
I like the implication that you can age into not knowing anymore that TikTok is popular.
You gotta age. You age into being annoying as hell online. You age out of it, and then you age out of the internet altogether at a certain point. Yeah. You get to opt out.
I don't know if you age out of being annoying. I think you just age into being annoying to the people you were annoying earlier,
True.
or to the people who you become. Yeah, it's just you swap places.
You swap places is what
Adults
happened.
annoy teenagers. Teenagers annoy adults.
Yeah, I was once 14 and annoying, and now I am 32 and exhausted. Ugh.
Starlight's Fall says maybe to explain that it's popular for audiences that aren't just teenagers. IDK though. Yeah, no, I mean it. Cecilia, I understand the reaction you're having because it feels weird for what is obviously now at this point a major player to
Yeah.
continue to be treated as like the underdog and the newcomer.
Yeah.
But like that is still where we're at communicationally. Like it's not Facebook, it's not YouTube. It hasn't been here since 2007.
God, YouTube's really been around for that goddamn long, huh? Woof. All right.
I also think some of that will go away when a new platform arises that has popularity. Like, this very much to me always feels like you're the new guy until there's a new guy.
It's true.
It's what was that Rocket Tower? You're the squid. You're the squid and you're not the squid anymore.
Exactly.
Audience reach and engagement. Interestingly, when ranking the most valuable aspects of using TikTok to promote their businesses, reaching new audiences came out on top, followed by the ability to get discovered and reaching the right audience for the business.
Business growth.
Notably, sorry, go ahead.
No, read it.
Notably, while 58% of SMBs using TikTok have been on the platform for less than 6 months.
There it is. They don't know yet.
They're generating fast results. For instance, 59% said, why is that one not?
Don't ask. I'm asking about
50% said that TikTok helped grow revenue. Meanwhile, 42% said TikTok helped them safeguard their business against the impact of the pandemic. Finally, 32% said TikTok helped them raise capital. Interestingly, the most common reasons SMBs said they were not on TikTok were that it seems too complicated and that the platform has a narrow, youth-focused audience. This indicates a clear need for TikTok to better educate small businesses about its creative tools, ease of use, and broad audience reach. And yeah, like that's the point of this section, is that
it's not
a significant chunk of the audience said, like, hey, no, I'm not going to, why would I use TikTok? That is an app for children. Because the kind of people who are running small businesses are not universally the kind of people who are plugged into the dynamics of the social media market.
Right.
Yeah. Yes, look at all of us here. Noted children.
Listen, children in the 30 plus age bracket.
Yeah, that does makes perfect sense to me that like a slight majority of the respondents are like, I've been here for 6 months or less and I'm still having a good time. Like, yep.
Blythe says, I saw some kind of learning about TikTok event on my coworker's calendar coming up, and I'm so curious. Report back. We'd love to hear it.
I want to hear what people are saying about TikTok. There are so many people that offer like services about like advising you on how to use TikTok and like best practices for the platform. I do not have the money to attend all of them, but God, I want to. I want to hear what they say. There's one in particular that I'm super curious about that like I might actually tag along.
Do tag along. Blythe says, I'm not going. I won't know. Kind of want to ask if I can tag along, though.
All right. We've learned about business now.
Mm-hmm. Investing in our community's digital well-being. Should probably read that, huh?
I'm surprised I know that word.
At TikTok, we believe that our digital experiences should bring us joy, entertainment, connection, and enrichment. Having a positive relationship with digital devices and apps isn't just about measuring screen time. It's also about feeling in control of how we use technology and ensuring that the time spent online contributes positively to our sense of well-being. Feeling in control. Feeling in control. TikTok thinks that we need to feel in control of the app that doesn't let you control what videos you're going to see.
I mean, one, as someone with obsessive compulsive disorder, yes, I want to feel in control, but actually I've been told by my therapist that that's bad, that I want to do that all the time. Here's the thing. I understand that the word enrichment does not inherently mean I'm a little tiger in a cage and they need to drop a ball in there every now and then for me to play around with. But at this point, it's like goods and services for you, Watson. Every time I hear enrichment, I'm like, oh, thank God. I need some more enrichment in my enclosure. I feel so much better.
Lex says, I do not feel in control of TikTok personally. TT app showing me a complete black screen when I try to record a video. You're in control. Meat pumpkin, meat pumpkin.
Pumpkin. Drop a meat pumpkin in my enclosure.
That's why we're announcing a number of steps today to help support our community's digital well-being as they create and discover on TikTok. As we encourage people to think more mindfully about the developing positive digital habits, we're launching 2 new practical tools to make it easier for our community to feel in control of their TikTok experience. We already offer daily screen time limits, which help people decide how much time they'd like to spend on our app each day. Yeah, I love that alarm that tells you after 2 hours to dismiss the alarm and keep scrolling.
It's my favorite.
In the coming weeks, we are introducing a tool to let people control how much time they spend on TikTok in a single sitting by enabling regular screen time breaks. These prompts will remind people to take a break after a certain amount of uninterrupted screen time, which they can set as they choose. Our new screen time dashboard will also give community data about how much time they are spending on TikTok, with summaries of their daily time spent on app, the number of times they opened the app, and a breakdown of daytime and nighttime usage. People can also opt for weekly notifications to review their dashboard. Cecilia, do you have a response?
I really kind of want to look at my dad. I know it's going to be a nightmare, and I'm going to feel shame, but maybe it'll be good for me.
I don't want to know that information because it will only.
I think maybe it's none of my business what happens between me and this app. Maybe I shouldn't know. It's like the back of my head. Like none of it's my business, and I don't need to worry about it.
The most Amelia thing you've ever said.
We're all rubbing off on each other too much.
This is wildly off topic, but in another server I'm in, there's a bot that asks a question of the day every day. And recently the question was, if you could have one stat about your life, like one just thing that you get analytics on, what would it be? My answer was a complete report of all of my trauma triggers with source and person responsible.
I like that you've attached person responsible. I really like that.
That would be a really great Airtable to look at.
Just log in at the end of the week and be like, interesting. Give a little breakdown of who's fucking with you the most. Yeah, that's great.
Light says, I want shit analytics.
All right, please continue.
Or like complete chronic illness analytics.
Yeah, that would be nice. If I could actually track what keeps causing my flare-ups, if I could get that put into a little Airtable that I check at the end of the week, I know it's going to be like, you didn't drink enough water, you stupid bitch. But like, I would like to see it for myself.
I don't know. I feel like if I'm getting magic analytics, I want them to track something that I can't just track on my own if I like make sure to like stay dedicated with an app.
No. Something else to do the work for me.
You mean like a Fitbit?
No, I don't, because I worry I would lose it. All right. I would take it off for a shower and I would never put it back on, and that would be it.
To support our community in thinking about their digital habits, we've also published a new guide, How Can I Reflect on My Digital Well-Being with My Family and Friends, on our Safety Center. The guide encourages our community to reflect more holistically about how they spend their time online, whether on TikTok or elsewhere, and how it makes them feel as they set the boundaries that best suit them. I feel like how I can reflect on my digital well-being with my family and friends is a very euphemistic way to say digital intervention guide.
Yeah, that's why I started laughing. Because that sounds like my partner coming in and being like, you are perhaps online too much and you're going to have to cut back. With real conversations that have happened.
I feel like I don't need a guide to tell me that I'm chronically online.
Yeah, I know. And I know because I make videos and people comment, this is how I'm getting this news, and it's hundreds of that comment. So that's how I know I'm too online.
I would argue that the three of us, all people who joined the administrative staff for an organization that is about monitoring behaviors online, maybe unusually self-aware about our relationship to the internet.
Perhaps.
Maybe. I mean,
maybe I wake up every day and I resent the little app that takes up all of my time and that I enjoy making videos on. You know, that's always the thing that gets me is I've had several people recently make those videos where they're like, you haven't seen me in a while. It's because I stopped making videos and then felt better. And this is how I know something's wrong with me. Oh my God.
Life says I made a joke about Homestuck porn earlier today, so I think that's how chronically online I am.
What? But like, what was I saying?
People taking breaks, coming back and saying,
oh yeah, coming back being like, oh, it was just so nice to take a break. Like I was texting another friend and they're like, yeah, I took a week off and I feel so much better. That's so great for them. Sometimes it's good to take breaks and I feel better when I take breaks. But I have actually found that unfortunately I continue to enjoy making content.
Tragic,
deeply upsetting. Every time I try to leave, I have content ideas and I write them down for when I come back. Like it's fucking stupid. Can't relate. Everyone who's like, yeah, I just feel better when I'm not making things online.
Yeah, I never run out of like ideas for content. I just sometimes run out of the will to write a script. And like a lot of the ideas are like, I can't just wing this.
I mean, I've gone from I went from posting multiple times a day to you're lucky if I post 3 times a week because I can't. It's too much.
Yeah, right now the deal I have with my agent is at least 1 TikTok a week.
Yeah. I just yell every day, and most of what I do can just be winged, so it's fine. All right.
Introducing weekly digital well-being prompts for younger members of our community. When somebody aged between 13 and 17, so like anybody under 30, has used our app for more than 100 minutes in a single day, we will remind them of our screen time limit tool next time they open the app. We hope these new digital well-being tools continue to support our community in fostering a positive relationship with TikTok. We will continue to invest in protecting the well-being of people so that our community can feel in control of their TikTok experience and empowered to express their creativity, make meaningful connections, and enjoy culture-defining entertainment. What our expert advisors say. The research showed that younger users would welcome the introduction of built-in features and settings that prompt them to both think critically about the time they are spending online, but also encourage them to use the settings to actively manage the time they spend on the app. It is important that they feel in control of their online experiences and are helped to make considered choices. We look forward to TikTok developing further features that will put children's well-being at the heart of their design choices. Carolyn Bunting, MBE CEO, Internet Matters.
That feels directly that was not my experience as a teenager.
You know, I think teenagers now may be different than teenagers in the aughts.
Yeah. It's just, I look at that and I'm like, I feel like as a 30-year-old, having a timer that says like, hey, you've been on for X amount of minutes, like maybe don't do that. I'm like, okay, I can appreciate that. I have shit to do.
Yeah, and I think that if you've been exposed to the idea that it is possible to have like a genuinely pathological relationship to screens every day of your entire life, then by 13, you might have already achieved comfort with the idea that you should be like able to cultivate a healthy relationship to screens.
Yeah. No, none of this is bad. I just think, is it necessarily it's never going to be in TikTok's interest to create a system that's like effective enough to actually make like a huge chunk of those users log off. It's going to make the ones that are like the most self-aware log off, which are the ones that I'm less concerned about. But it's not, it's in their business model is like keep us online as long as possible. So like, of course, it's just here's your list and here's the one.
Even for the people who are just going to like dismiss the notification, that still like escalates their level of self-awareness, and so we'll decrease the percentage of people who go from too much TikTok to fucking up their life because they're watching TikToks instead of like going to work.
Yeah.
Material Squirrel says optimizing for time on app should be illegal, probably. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it should be.
I don't know that there is an actual way to outlaw optimization for a variable, but
I really feel like maybe we have learned that it's remarkably bad for child development, and maybe we could leverage that in some way because people are trying to think of the children constantly.
Mm-hmm.
We could use it. No, it's fine.
A sense of agency is a key aspect of well-being in digital spaces. People need tools to empower them to use social media intentionally and to be mindful about how, when, and why they use these platforms. Features that provide people with insight into screen time and allow them to flexibly customize their online experiences to emphasize quality over quantity can help provide this sense of agency and support mindfulness. Dr. Nina Vasan and Dr. Sarah Johansson, advisors from Brainstorm, the Stanford Lab for Mental Health Innovation at Stanford University School of Medicine, Department of Psychiatry. Stanford University of Medicine, Department of Psychiatry is not the most trustworthy source for ethics decisions.
Leave me the fuck alone.
With the 70s, but like...
Here's the thing. It is no longer the 70s. Okay. And I'm positive that the department has improved drastically since then. Psychology in general has improved drastically since then. However, do I think that maybe putting Stanford's name on anything like this gives people with like an ounce of get that man's face out of here.
I don't know what school he teaches at right now.
Isn't he retired?
Is he?
Yeah, I think he's retired.
I'm
pretty sure.
Is there a... Yeah, there's no just career section.
But yeah, I do feel that perhaps anyone with like an ounce of knowledge about the Stanford prison experiment would see the name Stanford and be like, that's not the best source to quote about ethics.
Yeah, like you see Stanford University and you go, that pings something. And then you see Department of Psychiatry and you go, what?
No! Oh.
Like, the Stanford University School of Medicine Department of Psychiatry should come up with a different name for that institution.
Maybe.
So that they can just be like the Ibsen Business School or some shit.
Do not remember Philip Zimbardo.
Yeah, just not the Zimbardo Institute.
Not the Zimbardo Institute. Please. Or call it the Zimbardo Institute. See what happens. It'll be fun. I'm pretty sure that they don't show his videos.
Material Squirrel says maybe don't bother with legislating variables. Social media should not be allowed to be for profit. Not allowing things to be for profit is legislating for a variable.
It is.
Because being for profit is optimizing for the variable of revenue.
I would like to draw your attention to the Zimbardo Academy of the Mental Arts. That's unreasonably funny to me.
We're having a good time here tonight. All right.
A little jokey joke. It's fine.
Express yourself through TikTok avatars. Do we care about that?
No.
It's just a filter.
Community. TikTok celebrates trendsetters and innovators during Black Music Month.
How they decided that June is Black Music Month?
I mean, when you say they, who do you mean?
Someone at TikTok.
Let's Google it. Biden said it was Black Music Month.
All right. Didn't know that was happening.
Specifically this year, there was a proclamation.
Yeah, all right, let's go.
Apparently, it was initiated in the 70s. If you go back, the little side blurb.
Oh, is it like one of those? Do the
Like every year, the president
yeah.
reestablishes it, but it started apparently with Jimmy Carter.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Yeah, material squirrel. Thank you. TikTok is proud to be home to a vibrant community of Black musicians, and as we celebrate Black artists, we strive to educate the community on the seismic impact they've had on all the music genres we love. The Black community has played an integral role in the creation and development of genres such as jazz, gospel, R&B, rock, hip-hop, electronic, and dance music, and more. During Black Music Month, we will explore the origins, triumphs, and complexities of genres popular in the app today, and shine a light on the artists and creators who entertain and inspire the TikTok community and continue to shift the culture with innovations of their own.
Where on the app is because the Discover page doesn't exist anymore. So where on the app is this like being featured? TikTok.
They've been doing creator spotlights. Maybe they're going to drop a bunch of those later this month.
Maybe.
Oh, here.
But I'm talking about on the app itself.
Yeah, I don't think they're doing anything there.
Cool.
Part of me wonders if they, if that's purposeful, because every time that they've had something that they've done, it backfires pretty badly.
During the month of June, TikTok will host 3 lives featuring prominent Black artists. Today at 6 p.m. PT, tune in live with singer-actress Coco Jones as she answers questions from fans and performs a few of her sultry bops. Join us on June 21st for a live event featuring performances from a selection of talented artists that highlight the diversity of styles and sounds that encompass Black music on the platform. Tune in to see rapper Lakea, deep end singer-songwriter Fouché, and indie dance icon Aluna, and rising singer Lou Kala. And on June 29th, we will be hosting Diddy for a special live. Keep an eye on Music on TikTok for more details. And playlists. Starting June 10th, we'll showcase playlists on TikTok's Music Hub. So like the place where you add songs.
Yeah.
Is the music.
Yeah.
That explore different genres and aspects of Black music. Each playlist prominently features a figurehead who helps represent the genre, and playlists are what the genre and playlist are all about. The one and only Future stands in for hip-hop. LMA represents R&B and soul. Modern master Kirk Franklin headlines a selection of gospel. Dancehall star Shinsi leads the way for a globe-trotting sample of Black music from around the world. And UK producer Jada G highlights a playlist that shows the major impact Black artists have had on electronic music.
Okay, so it makes sense that it's like within the actual music hub.
Yeah.
And that's easy to find.
Yeah.
I do want to know if they are just prominently featuring one Black artist on each of those playlists, or if they are all Black musicians on the playlists.
I'll have to go look. I mean, I'm willing to bet the answer is yes. And that's in part because of who was there. Oh, was she the new head of like diversity and marketing? It was like specifically the head of diversity in their marketing.
Mm-hmm.
And she was actually coming from the music world, if I'm not incorrect. So I was willing to think that's actually being done well.
All right.
But that being said, TikTok doesn't have this, like, it doesn't have the Discover page anymore. So in order to like see all these features, and like see the featured creators and that kind of thing, most of the time what you have to do is go to TikTok's website, TikTok's newsroom, or be subscribed to the TikTok newsletters in order to actually catch them or know they're going to happen ahead of time. Because like I did not know any of these lives were happening. I would have had to be logged on to the app at the correct time to see them.
Yeah, and I think this is one of the trouble with, I mean, like anybody who live streams has this trouble, which is that like it's hard to get people to care about something you're doing well after you've established that you live stream and weren't previously doing that thing because they've already turned off your notifications.
Yeah.
So we're back to things that we've talked about before. The live subscription feature, which by the way, I have a live subscriber.
It's
Sharpie, subscribe to my live.
Listen, what are internet friends for if not passing the same $5 bill around in a circle to each other for all eternity until one of you dies? Like that's
absolutely. It's Patreon's gonna get 8 cuts of this $5 bill. Google alerts.
Yeah. What does Google have to say?
Elon tells Twitter employees make it less boring, more like TikTok.
Oh, I want to know. I want to fucking know.
In a company-wide town hall Thursday, Elon Musk said his focus would be profit, excising boring content and allowing users to say outrageous things.
Jesus fucking Christ, I'm very worried about Twitter.
This is the public square of the internet, and it needs to be governed like it is a public square where free speech is prominent. Also, we're getting rid of the boring content.
You have free speech unless you're fucking boring.
Nerds.
Yeah.
Also, look at that fucking picture.
This fucking picture, this fucking asshole. All right, keep going.
This picture looks to me like he is in a public restroom, and he is the only person facing away from the urinals, and a bunch of people are just like peeking out of stalls. The billionaire pissing on the floor.
Yeah, that's a little yes.
At Twitter, someone, you're full of artists. Someone draw the rest of the image so that we can get the full picture. Thank you. I want to see it.
Tesla CEO Elon Musk spoke to Twitter employees en masse for the first time in a call on Thursday to answer their questions on his anticipated $44 billion purchase of the company. While the world's richest man offered some insight into his managerial style, he didn't seem keen to grant workers much comfort or hope for the future, any outline of what direction the company would take. Washington Post reporters who listened into Musk's hour-long town hall wrote that when asked about his priorities for the company, he said it would be profit. Twitter's revenue is currently higher than costs, and his employees would need to make the company more productive, he said. He said he would want to take Twitter private if he goes through with the purchase, according to the New York Times. However, he added that he was not 100% on whether he would be CEO if the deal goes through.
Jesus Christ. I don't know how to feel about any of it because I hate Twitter. You know, I hate it with a passion. But like,
I do think Twitter is fundamentally bad and cannot be redeemed without fundamentally changing its like core mechanics. But it is also not good that there is a billionaire buying it in order to make it worse.
It's so much. It's so bad. I have so many. The best case scenario is that it continues functioning as it currently does, you know, which is also not a good case scenario.
And the best case scenario is that he drives it into the ground and it collapses.
I don't think that's a good case. I don't actually think that's good. I don't think that would be good, as much as I think about it all of the time.
It just feels like Twitter is already a dumpster fire and Elon Musk is a can of gasoline.
Right?
Like,
I don't do a Tumblr. please.
Yeah, when I say collapses, that's what I mean. I don't want it to disappear entirely. I want it to become so irrelevant that it's no longer a site of public policy.
Do a Tumblr. Yeah, I would actually be fine if the burnout scenario is it does a Tumblr and the only people left in the husk of the burned out
Are the
shell of
Twitter
Twitter
Are all of the weird, interesting communities that emerged on Twitter
exactly
deserve to be able to use the site because they're not using it to promote genocides or climate change.
Yeah,
exactly. Like truly, yeah, that would be best case scenario, huh? All right, maybe it could do a Tumblr. I don't want it to burn, but it could do a Tumblr.
His focus would also be on making sure people don't see boring content, pointing to TikTok as an example of an effective platform, he said. One of the flaws he sees with Twitter is that more content creators prefer sites like YouTube and that other sites monetize content better than Twitter. We should allow people to say what they want, he said, according to the Times. When asked about his remarks hinting at layoffs, Musk said he runs his companies on a meritocracy, adding, "If someone is getting stuff done, great, I love them. If they're not, why are they at the company?" Will the deal go through? Bloomberg reported, based on interviews with people on the call, that Musk did not explicitly say whether he committed to the deal or not, though he was not specifically asked that question. Questions put to the SpaceX CEO were first passed through management and read to Musk via Twitter's head of marketing, Leslie Berland. Another big question is whether Musk will do away with Twitter's most recent attempts at content moderation. He has previously said he doesn't believe in permanent bans and would let some accounts, like former President Donald Trump, back on the platform, much to the chagrin of employees who have championed efforts against disinformation. Musk, a self-described free speech absolutist who wants to suppress boring content, said that users should be able to say pretty outrageous things. The SpaceX CEO doesn't want users to be harassed or uncomfortable, as that would lose users, according to the Post, enshrining that freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of reach. When asked about diversity of the why does that apply to suppressing boring or like uncomfortable content, but doesn't apply to not letting somebody use this particular medium of speech?
I'm about to use like a dumb word. I'm about to use like one of the words that we hate using.
Yeah.
But that fully just feels like he's coming out and saying, I am in support of a shadow ban system.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like, you can use the app, but don't we will be curtailing your reach explicitly because you are boring.
Not funny, didn't laugh, now you're shadow banned.
This like almost makes me want to make a Twitter account specifically to only tweet out explicitly boring tweets.
This is an SNL skit of a call, you know? Like it's so inherently funny that he's like, I'm a free speech absolutist, except for fucking boring people, right? And what I think is boring might not be what you think is boring, but I'm going to read every tweet on this platform and explicitly ban people based on if I found it good or not. Like, that is the vibe.
Like TikTok, you're going to get one tweet at a time. You're swiping through the For You page. The big improvement is going to be that everybody's getting my trained algorithm. Because I have the best taste. So if you use Twitter, you will just get the tweets that I would want to see.
God. Can you imagine how many pairs of anime boobs you would see on a daily basis if it were just Elon Musk's fucking algorithm? You guys.
I don't know, you might be seeing butts. He seems like a butt guy.
He might be a butt. I don't know. I just know they're animated and it's probably hentai and it's art. Okay, and you guys just don't understand. I'm so tired. I hate this man so much, guys.
When asked about diversity at the company, the Times reported Musk said he wants at least 1 billion people on Twitter, which to him is the definition of inclusivity.
What? Okay, so he was asked about diversity at the company.
Yeah.
He said, I want 1 billion users.
Mm-hmm.
Was there a follow-up from anybody that said, okay, that's users. What about the company?
I think the follow-up was the company being diverse means there are a lot of diverse users.
That doesn't make any sense.
No,
Please.
no, it doesn't.
This man is
Nothing he has said in this interview makes sense, or in this call makes sense.
this man is like the Scrooge McDuck of a Muppet person.
He is a Muppet villain. Like he's one-dimensional enough to be a Muppet villain. Anyway, continue.
Truly,
Twitter has a large blanket work from home policy that employees are very protective over, whereas Musk told Tesla employees they must be in the office 40 hours a week if they want to continue working under him. Bloomberg reported that Twitter staff asked the prospective buyer whether they can continue with remote work, but Musk was adamant that only excellent contributors should be able to work remotely. He apparently wants his company to be more like Tesla or SpaceX, where stock options are available for compensation. Musk, an avid Twitter user himself, said that while, quote, some people use their hair to express themselves, I use Twitter. He said that the media is, quote, lying about how the deal is going down, since most of them are, quote, negative. The billionaire also recently tweeted he voted Republican for the first time, told employees he prefers moderate politics, and is pretty close to the center. Yet he doesn't have any qualms about allowing extreme views on the platform as long as they don't, quote, violate the law. The Post reported that quote, the standard is more than not offending people. The standard should be that they should be entertained.
His fixation on like it's got to be like funnier, faster, better is wild to me because I like where is it? It's a very like. Where is it coming from? Did he join a fucking improv troupe? Like, why has he suddenly decided that this is the way we conduct business? Is like funnier, faster, better? What?
I think that Grimes had him binge South Park.
Very bold of you to assert that man was not binging South Park on the regular pre-Grimes.
I mean, fair, but like I think binging South Park all at once is like the thing that would do this to your worldview.
I don't know anything anymore.
Material Squirrel says he yes-anded himself into this.
He's yes-anding himself into it. He's yes-anding himself into what is ultimately probably like a failing business proposition for him.
I just had the worst thought.
What?
So, Walter Benjamin's The Work of Art in the Age of Mechanical Reproduction asserts that fascism sees its salvation in granting people not their rights, but the ability to express themselves. So the idea is that like the aestheticization of politics is the core of what makes something fascist. Our most recent president, prior to Biden, and Elon Musk are both examples of just improv dorks, yes-anding their way through their whole lives. American fascism is the improvisationization of politics.
Because you're not wrong.
I'm mad that you're not wrong. I'm mad that it's really what he's asking for. And I don't know why maybe he has been called out on this, but like what he's asking for bread and circuses. He's like, I'm coming in and I'm going to give the people what they want. Bread and circuses. We're going to have a good time.
I would love it if the majority of the internet decided to, I would love it if the majority of the internet took that and ran with it, but only in ways that explicitly bully Elon Musk.
Well, this is the problem is like, you know, once we're in the world where Elon Musk is like, I'm banning boring shit. Does he find that amongst the boring shit?
Right.
Oh, hey, just like closing thought on the way out the door, but did you guys know that Elon Musk makes a routine habit of firing people who ask for help and then just taking the thing that they were supposed to be doing and doing it himself?
What? That's the craziest, dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. Elon Musk doing the fucking bank reconciliation now?
Like, how is he a real person?
I don't know.
I cannot recommend the Behind the Bastards episodes on Elon
I
Musk
know.
highly enough.
They're
Yeah.
really good, but it's every day I look at it. How is he a real fucking person and not a Muppet villain? The one amongst the Muppets.
Like, did someone create a way of taking Lex Luthor out of the comics and creating a meat suit for it? Because
Spirit of Lex Luthor, yeah, because that's really what it seems like at this point. I'm mad that truly the best case scenario for this is for Twitter to do a Tumblr and turn into a bit of a husk, but it's a positive husk.
a ghost town, but a weird ghost town.
A
We
nice
need Twitter to turn into the Witch of the Wastes by the end of Howl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
The most specific of fucking.
And honestly, that's also what should happen to Elon Musk.
yes, it is. Turn Twitter into RuneScape. Turn it into RuneScape. I love RuneScape.
I actually feel now like citing Howl's Moving Castle should be the standard for what we should want to happen to billionaires. Like, they should lose all their power and be made kind of like completely ineffectual. And that's enough.
That's enough. That's
And
enough.
then they kill, and then we like take care of them because they're people.
Yeah.
But
And
we
they're
can
capable
use them as an example of what happens.
Mhm. Although I do really love Robert Evans's argument that Mitch McConnell should be forced to work a minimum wage job in Florida for the rest of his life.
I do feel
A
that
service job.
that should happen.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. It is 9. Thank you, everybody, for coming. This stream was a lot of fun. We will be back on Monday.
yeah.
Good night.
Good night.